फाउ संस्थार विश्वरंजन बेहरा महोदय आसिक सिलेक्टर विश्वरंजन घड़ी महोदय से आसी आम स्टेज
And once again,
बर्तमान पिला
another matchup in what has been an exciting inter-district tournament. We're all set for kickoff, which should commence in a few moments' time. We're in the Keonjhar Stadium in Keonjhar. It's match number 12 as Dhenkanal takes on Subarnapur. Dhenkanal in the yellow jersey and Subarnapur in their sky blue. Nice and sunny today as we prepare for match number 12. This is the Keonjhar zone, and this is the final group matchup. This is a Group A game, and the guests of honor will meet the players as they always do just before kickoff. Always a great day for the players as they take the pitch, get themselves acquainted with each other and the officials, the dignitaries. This is the 64th edition of the Senior Men's Inter-District Football Championship, an iconic competition here in Odisha, organized of course by the Football Association of Odisha, the Sports and Youth Services Department, the Government of Odisha. So quick team, rather a quick group picture before we get underway. And as always, the dignitaries, one of them, will kick us off today. This is a great touch. Always enjoyable when that takes place. So the formalities out of the way, we'll be starting shortly. It looks like a quick change of sides. will be taking place too. A couple of matches for you today. There was Parasor taking on Sundargarh at 1:30 in this zone. Kendrapara zone also having Cuttack versus the Paradeep Port Trust taking place right now. All the action on the FAO TV app, rather the FAO TV YouTube channel and the Sports KPI YouTube channel. In Subarnapur team getting themselves prepared for this encounter. So here we go. We kick off the final Keonjhar zone group game. Two groups, A and B, the top two make it into, or rather the top team of each group make it into the playoff. That's a shot from a distance. He's trying to play out from the back there. Sundargarh side, but not really starting off with too much of confidence there. Rather the Subarnapur side. I beg your pardon. First proper attack now for Subarnapur. They look for a cross in, can't find anybody. Will take a while to get a few passes going. It's not the best of grounds in terms of a level playing surface. A bit of a grassy patch on either wing, but in the center, very bouncy, not easy to control, not easy to defend either. Once you think the ball is coming towards you, then it suddenly moves away. Time for a corner though. Dhenkanal can't manage to get the second ball back into the area. Dhenkanal with the first proper set piece of the game, not being able to create a proper chance just yet. That's a clip from behind. That'll be a foul. Saroj committing the first offense of the afternoon. Looking for another ball down the center. Doesn't really work. Cleared away. Awkward bounce. And then cleared the other side. Quite ball from one side to the other. In a flat. Looking for another long ball. Well blocked. Still no. Really early in this game. Top got the best of passes. Saroj now takes the attacking ball of his own. By defender. Chance away from the striker. Hitting the hands of the goalkeeper. He's positioned pretty well. 5 minutes in, still waiting for the first proper chance of the game. Might take a while though. Bit of a challenge. Somebody goes down. One of the Dhenkanal players by the looks of it. Looking yards on the back again. The skipper, Jagan Pursit from Subarnapur. They're quite confident keeping the ball at the back. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Very tough on this surface, as I said. You that's the football. It's bouncing quite a bit. If you're on this surface, you can play on anyone. Ball straight into the hands of the keeper. Now a ball down the right hand side. So Subarnapur have a bit of space. Keeper comes out for it, does really well. anticipated that ball and puts it out for a corner. Starts to shoot, but it didn't work. That one came up the goal. Just taking a look at this particular group, Subarnapur, Subarnapur beating Balasore by 6 goals to nil in July, and then Dhenkanal played out a 1-1 draw versus Sundargarh. The shot taken, that should be wide. There's another shot onto the side netting. Then on the other side, Subarnapur losing 2-0 to Sundargarh. Dhenkanal losing 4-0 to Balasore. That is a sore victory, rather sore defeat for them. It's a decent ball in, and it comes off it. Subarnapur winning 1-6-0, losing 1-2-0. Sundargarh winning one, drawing one. Dhenkanal losing one and drawing one. Balasore haven't really had a consistent campaign either. Take a look at this group. 1 4-0 loss. 6-0. It's set a very competitive group. Got the ball down the line. Very well defended actually. One should get there before the attacker did. Put his body between the ball. Here's another chance on the right hand side. Subarnapur dealt with by the defense. Balasore and Sundargarh did play each other just before this encounter. A very popular game actually. Very closely contested match as well. It was Sundargarh who won that game by a goal to nil. All over the top. So that keeps Sundargarh on 7 points now. And Subarnapur can only get to 6 because they are on 3. So Sundargarh will top this particular group, and they will play the topper of the other group between Jajpur Angur, Keonjhar, and Rourkela Steel Plant. 4 zones. Both zone, Kendrapara, Keonjhar zone, and Berhampur. Today it's all about the Keonjhar zone. This is a good move. Subarnapur have a chance. They couldn't play it through. Not easy to play those through balls, as I said, on this sort of a surface. Here they go again. Looking for a bit of a 1-2 there. Well negotiated by the defense, but the side in blue still have it. Again, tough to skip away from the defense and take a shot. Look at the way the ball is bouncing. Commendable how these players can even create a few chances. Play on, says the referee. Uh, Looking for the 1-2. There, the passer. But the other player was looking to make in a bit of space and get a run through. That's a good interception. Sanjay plays it through. Good defensive work there just to stop that particular attack by Samrinder Biswal. That's a lovely ball over the top. But then again, you can't really take it under control first time. As an attacker, here's another chance though. Opportunity to shoot. Ooh, that was a good shot. First proper opportunity from Dhenkanal. It was their number 10 who's been pretty active so far. Saroj Kumar Baral would have loved to hit the target there. So 15 minutes in, the first proper opportunity for the side in yellow. That's a lovely turn. And a good cross actually. Cleared away, danger averted. Brilliant turn from Pappu Maji. Good defensive work as well by Ajit. This, of course, is a chance for the players to impress because they won't be playing in the knockouts or in the playoff. But as I said, an opportunity to impress whoever's watching, to get confidence for themselves, to finish off this campaign or this particular match, I beg your pardon, tournament on a high. We've got the leagues coming up for you. This is the inter-district. You've also got club football to go after this. And you've got a packed football season. And that is credit to the Football Association of Odisha. And lots of that action on the FAO YouTube channel and the SportsKPI YouTube channel. So never a dull moment, of course. And Odisha football has been doing so well. That is because of the involvement of the government support here in Odisha, and of course FAO. Be it the men's or the women's game, or even the juniors and the sub juniors, progress can be seen. And that is the aim of the game, isn't it? To progress. Beautiful footwork there. Play on, says the ref. Subarnapur still have the ball though, and they will recycle. Bit of a loose touch here. Dinks it over the defender. Does Mahadevoram. And now has a bit of space. Looks for the Travella pass. But the ball hardly travelled. Gets it back here, Mahadev. Looks for a 1-2 perhaps. Won't get it. Here's Pappu. Looks to open up a bit of space. Can't get a shot away. And then another shot over the top. Lots of possession, but no real outcome for Subarnapur. Not taking any chances this time and playing out from the back. Quite a few long balls on this surface, as I said, not easy to stitch a few passes together. That should bounce safely into the keeper's hands. Look at how high the bounces are. Headed away, then cleared away. "20 minutes played, it's still 0-0 between Dhenkanal and Subarnapur, the last game of this Keonjhar zone group stage, that is. Will be Sundargarh to play the playoff matchup. That playoff will be day after tomorrow. Winner of Group A versus the winner of Group B. Subarnapur looking a lot better in possession right now. But one back by the side in yellow. Dhenkanal. Go for a long ball. This is a decent one. Keeper comes for it. Has to get it absolutely right, and he does. Good pressure here from the Dhenkanal side, but Subarnapur, as I said, are pretty confident with the ball at their feet. That's a lovely one too. This is an opportunity. They finally got a bit of open space, but that is superb defensive work by Samarendra. I beg your pardon. The dribble was on. The ball was about to be taken over his head, but he said no. He stepped in just in the nick of time. And then another clearance. Beautifully done. Now they play it towards the top of the box. Beautiful passing, actually. Look at that. Easy as you like. That's how you get yourself out of a tough situation. 1-2 doesn't work out. A bit of awkward bounce. Good hold up play there by Saroj, and that's a poor pass from Bunubera. Offside flag has been raised on this occasion. Did look quite close, but good decision by the official. Looking for a long ball, headed away, and then smashed away again. Down the line comes Subarnapur now. Looking for a dink. Too much on that cross. Goes all the way for a throw in near the corner flag. Oops. That's a bit of an erratic kick. Ball went to him quite quickly, and when that happens, you've got to kick it slower. That shot, that clearance was quite a panicky one from the keeper, not taking any chances. Another chance to clear. Easy does it. Now Dhenkanal looking for an opportunity themselves, trying to create space for a cross. Block by Mahadev, but doesn't clear it out properly. Another shot comes in, awkward, over the top. For a second, it looked like it might have been dipping under the crossbar, but keeper had it covered. Raghu Baske. That should run away straight into the hands of the keeper. For a second, there was a bit of interest there from the Subarnapur striker. Blocked out again as there was an attempted pass from Pappu in the middle. And then the other pass fizzles out. Just gets out of the feet there of Bhabani Shanak. And now Dhenkanal with a bit of a counter-attacking opportunity. Tries to cut inside, creates a bit of space, but the shot is blocked. And trickles to the hands of the keeper, who plays it out quickly. Now that is skillfully done by Ajit Maji. Smashes it away. Oh, that's a lovely ball through. This is an opportunity. Awkward bounce, a bit of a trip as well. It's so tough to get a shot on goal on this surface. And the keeper came out and made himself big. And did really well to get on the end of it. But that was a lovely through ball, and Subarnapur had a really, really good chance, but just couldn't get that shot away. Another run down the line should be dealt with by the defense. Mahadev has been really good. He plays it out from the back again, and Subarnapur are superb at this. Down to the left they go. Sanjay has a bit of speed to take it past the defender, but has to resettle. Here he is again. Takes it away from one defender and the second, and it's been given offside. There was a touch from his teammate before that. So 33 minutes into the game, I would say Subarnapur, the better of the two sides. Playing out from the back quite well, playing attractive football. That's another ball through. This could be the chance they were waiting for. The pass was never on. The pass was never on for Sunil Marandi. Had to take a touch inside, and he had the whole of the goal towards that right hand side. Why was that pass an option? That was a lovely ball to set him up. Here they come again. This time they can't get past. Space down the right now for Dhenkanal. Crosses a poor one. Delayed it a bit too much. Didn't wrap the foot around it either. That is risky once again. Keeper needs to clear this away. And he plays it through the center and opens up another nice move for Subarnapur if they can capitalize. Ball through the center. It's a battle of pace. The keeper comes for it and clears. Good work there from Subrat Pradhan. A bit of a trip there. Kabir was almost through. Again, a back pass which is very risky, unnecessary. Keeper just clears it away, no chance to do anything else. Ajit putting his keeper under pressure. That's a nice move down the right hand side. Cross over the top. And another chance goes a begging for Subarnapur. Just in the final third, not being able to stitch it together, but apart from that, playing really well. That's a lovely run by Pappu. Opens it up for himself. Cuts it away. This is the chance. Sport touch. Right on the goal mouth. Pappu sets that up. It should have been a first time shot. What are they waiting for here, Subarnapur? They're not taking shots at all. Pappu did the right thing, setting it up for his teammate, but that awkward touch, of course, the bounce is also a problem. Just take the shot. If you miss, you miss. But you can't be taking a touch there and letting it spill up to the keeper, who was beaten for all money, but he did really well to get a touch on it. Here comes Subarnapur again. That's a through ball, could be offside. It is offside. Another shot which doesn't really work out. Just trying different things now. For Dhenkanal, it'll be about getting to halftime without conceding because they've been under the pump recently. Inching close to that halftime mark, as I said. Subarnapur will be pretty disappointed they haven't scored just yet. Here's another shot taken, but again, the angle a bit too acute. Subarnapur coming closer and closer, asking for a corner, I think. Not sure it will be one. So looks like it's a change on the cards. So that is how tough the pressure has been. Awkward for the keeper, clears it again. There's another chance. That's a shot. Save. Tipped onto the crossbar. Subarnapur have come even closer now. Here they go again. Opportunity to shoot. Perhaps. Shot is taken. It's wide. How much closer will they get? But what a save from Subrat Pradhan. It looked like it was destined for the back of the net. But no, said the keeper. Looking for a nutmeg there. 3 minutes to go. Dhenkanal, can they get themselves a goal? Not right now, at least. Good defensive work, but the 50-50 is going in Dhenkanal's way. That'll be tough to keep in. Very tough, actually, on this ground. So, a couple of minutes to go, as I said. Subarnapur will be so disappointed they haven't scored yet. Bit of a problem to one of the players. It looks like it is Jagan Pursit who's down, receiving a bit of treatment. As Papu will continue his run. That's a good idea, but doesn't work out. So a few moments to go until we reach half time. Another chance there for Subarnapur. Another long ball. Chase is on. Nothing comes off it though. So that'll be half time. Subarnapur have created chance after chance. They were denied eventually by Subrat and the crossbar. And at half time, it's 0-0 between Dhenkanal and Subarnapur. We're all set for second half action in the last group game of the Keonjhar zone, the Sahani Cup 2025. Dhenkanal have been holding on for 45 minutes. Subarnapur should have scored, haven't scored. But there's 45 minutes to play as these sides look to finish off their campaign on a high. That being said, Dhenkanal have not been totally outplayed. They've had quite a bit of the ball. They've given it away though here. No chance to shoot from the blue side of things. But they do have a chance down the right hand side. Cross is played in, decent delivery. Touched on by the defense. It's great to see so many spectators watching on such a popular tournament, this one, in all of the districts that it's being hosted in. Very surprised and impressed with the passing ability that Subarnapur have possessed. Here they come again down the right, trying to create the inroads. But good defensive work by Situ Pradhan. Trying to take that one down, not able to. Will be a Subarnapur throw. Not much to do for the keeper of Subarnapur, apart from take under control a few risky back passes. Dhenkanal looking for another ball in. Very awkward bounce. Headed back. This time a safer back pass. Looking for another shot. Almost turns into a bit of a pass. Nice run down the left hand side. Good defensive work. It will be another corner for Subarnapur. Good defensive work there. Not making any mistakes in the defense so far while trying to play out from the back. But how long that lasts for, not too sure from either side. That being said, another ball over the top. Will take some chasing. Not the best of defending, and the shot never came at the right time. Actually, if it did, would have been a big issue. Gotta be swifter than that as a defender. Gotta get it away a lot quicker. Otherwise, you'll be found wanting. Quite a number of spectators watching on in the Keonjhar Stadium. It has been a good game. Still looking for our first goal though. Could be an opportunity here for Dhenkanal, but didn't materialize once again. Now the ball over the top. Keeper will get there first. No proper chances in this second half so far, at least. Again, forced towards the corner. That'll be offside though. Almost 8 to 9 minutes played. Dhenkanal, you get the feeling, don't mind as long as it's 0-0. All they need is one chance to get the lead. Haven't had too much of an issue so far, apart from that one chance that Subarnapur came really close to scoring. Decent through ball, but intercepted quite well. Good pressure from the striker as well. In fact, it's going to be a Dhenkanal throw. Cleared away. No chances taken. And now into the space for Subarnapur. Ball around the corner. Well dealt with by the defense. Chance to shoot from a distance. That's a good shot. Didn't have enough power on it though. For a second, I thought it did. And cleared away. No chances taken, as I said, from the defense. Well dealt with by the keeper. Got there just before any danger could be on the cards. Always an interesting watch when it comes to two teams taking on each other in Orissa. End to end stuff. Not really resting, just going out and out for attack after attack. Nice ball. Over the top, there is a runner at the edge of the area. If he wants to play it there, he does. It's a bit delayed actually. That's a nice pass. Chance to shoot. What a lovely move. Inch perfect ball there on the corner from Sushant. He picked out Bimal, but he couldn't hit that bottom left corner. If he did, that would have been a really good end to a productive move. That's the second really good chance they've had in the 60 minutes that we've played. How many more? Until on the other hand, Dhenkanal get their own chance. That's what's intriguing to me at least. There was another chance to shoot, wasn't taken though. That's a nice ball around the corner again, or rather through the center. Almost an arm played. Another ball toward the edge of the area. Chance to shoot. Pappu's shot is blocked. Another opportunity. This one over the top again. Not testing the keeper. And 30 minutes for either side to get a goal. The amount of football we've had and the amount of chances we've had, I think it should come, but you never know. Not easy to score on this sort of a field. Nice pass there from the keeper. Enough time to turn for Sushant. And already he's up the pitch. He's creating a chance if he can. Crossing opportunity. Decent ball towards the second post. Defender meets it first. Sonaram Kisku and puts it out for a corner. Short corner, and then the cross wasn't really helpful. Down the line go Dhenkanal, and they should get a corner themselves. No, in fact, it was a poor cross. I thought it took a deflection for a second from this angle, but will be a goal kick taken quickly, as you'd expect. And here's an opportunity again, but the defender steps in. There was a chance for the side in yellow. Here they are again. Gotta keep pushing. You never know. You never know when it comes. Good challenge before the shot could come in from the Subarnapur player. Now they try to recycle from the left. No, nothing to it. Played inside. Looking for a dink over the defender's head. Doesn't really work out. And on the counter, Dhenkanal have a bit of space. But on this field, that doesn't count for much. Because by the time the ball bounces a couple of times, the defenders have an opportunity to get themselves back. Another cross comes in. Beautiful defending. Always in the right place there. The Dhenkanal defenders, here they come again. Another header out. Here comes Dhenkanal again. Chance to shoot here. In fact, he's gone too wide. He does take the shot. Always against the angle. But Sujit Bala, not for the first time, getting a bit of space down that right. .25 to go. Subarnapur back at it. Chance for reverse ball maybe. But well defended again. Twisting and turning, looking for an option past the defender, who says no. Resilient stuff from them. What a battle this is turning out to be. What a fun game to watch. Dhenkanal now again have it. Awkward bounce for the defender. They still have a chance to shoot. Just past that right post. For a second I thought it was bulging because it had beaten the keeper. Well, it did beat the keeper, but off target. Opportunities galore, and now Dhenkanal have also had their fair share. But to no avail. Speaking of which, here's a chance for Subarnapur. Good save, but the shot should have been better. Bhabani, who's had quite a few chances, had the entirety of the left post like he did previously in this second half. But he needs to find that bottom left corner. If he does, it'll be very tough for Subrat to make a save. He's already made a couple of good ones. They have got to keep pushing. Time for a corner here for Dhenkanal. Well claimed by the keeper Raghu Baski, who likes to start the counter attacks with quick passes. It is always important from a keeper's point of view. Get it down the pitch as early as possible. Help your attackers or even your defenders get the ball quickly so that you can play it away. Just over 20 minutes to go. Here come Dhenkanal once again. Crosses a feeble one across the face of goal. It needed to be a lot quicker to take Raghu out of that particular move to make sure he doesn't get the ball. Dhenkanal are now looking a lot better than their opponents. Here's another chance. Too much pace on that, and I think maybe the flag had gone up too. Side in yellow is dominating. Dhenkanal again. Looking for a 1-2. Nope. Doesn't come off. Another chance to shoot perhaps. But again, it gets away from you. And when it gets away from you, it's not easy at all. Big opportunities. But to no avail, at least now. That's a good shot. Well read by the keeper again. Otherwise, could have been another problem. How many more chances do either side need? So in that sort of an encounter, where just one will settle it. Just one chance. Rather, just one goal, to be very honest. Of course, none of these teams have a chance of qualifying eventually, but it's about more than that. It's about finishing as well as you can. Because that is sometimes very good for the morale. It's a bit of a cooling break here, by the looks of it. So a quick breather before we prepare for the final few minutes, final 15 minutes to be specific. So we're back underway. Subarnapur have another chance to attack, but the defense matches them as always. Another ball down to the right hand side. River cut back, not the best of options because there was a defender lurking. Here they come again. Can they get a shot away? Trying for that patient build up, it's not working. And now there's a chance for the side in yellow again. This is the one they've been waiting for. Wonderful defensive work. The defender read the danger and made sure to step in. And as I've alluded to before, it's so tough to get a shot away on this surface. And there again we see an example of the same. But now, on the other side, Subarnapur could finally get the goal they were waiting for. They should. No! It's got past that left post once again. Bhabani has missed yet another. He's going to come off now. That was his final involvement. He's off and so is Kabir. But it was easier to score than miss there. Or even to play it to his teammate who was waiting for a tap in. He's had 3 clear-cut chances. This was probably the easiest of them all. That's really unfortunate. How many more do they need? Well, at least one more to answer the question. Has not been a solid finishing display from any of the teams. That is one issue. The finishing, as I said, on this surface, not the easiest, but still, we've seen 6 goals scored from these teams. We've seen 4 goals scored. Today, not one of those days, but here they go again. That'll be offside. A bit of an injury scare with 10 minutes to go. So here we go again. Final 10 minutes. Another ball over the top. Offside flag is up before we can get up and excited for the same. That's a nice turn. And again, the pass is a little too hard to control. Trickles away for a goal kick. Another through ball closer to the keeper than anybody else. Down the right hand side now come Dhenkanal. Smashed up field. Oops, that's a bad challenge from behind. That could be a card. We haven't seen a card out today. Time for a long ball. Looking for the flick on, straight to the keeper's hands. Oh, it's awkward. But he gets the second one just in time. Risky stuff there, but they, as I say, once again manage. 6 minutes to play plus a bit of added time. Whoever scores now will probably win the game. We've had such a dearth of goals being scored. One will do the trick. Spectators watching on, waiting to erupt with the first goal. It's not happened so far, but this is a huge opportunity, and somehow it's hit the post and been missed. Was that even a shot eventually? And I don't think the shot was taken. Another grand chance goes a begging. It's like nobody wants to score in this game. Satya Narayan Hansa was the one who had the chance. I think it went off the keeper eventually. Don't know if he took a shot or it was the defender who cleared it. But either ways, it hit the post and went away from the danger area. Now another ball over the top for Subarnapur. And after all of this, you have to say, Dhenkanal have had better chances in the second or the latter part of this second half. Both the goals are living a charmed life, that's for sure. Especially the one to the left side of our screens. Already hit the crossbar in the first half, did Subarnapur. In fact, even the one to the right has hit the crossbar. Or rather, the post. That's a nice move. Good ball over the top. The defender gets there before anyone else, though, which was important.
କାଲି ଗୋଟେ ପ୍ରଦର୍ଶନୀ ମ୍ୟାଚ୍ ରଖାଯାଇଛି ତାରିଣୀ ଫୁଟବଲ କ୍ଲବ
Another change on the cards.
ଫାଉଣ୍ଡେସନ ଝିଅମାନଙ୍କର କାଲି 3ଟା ବେଳେ ଖେଳ ଆରମ୍ଭ ହେବ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ଜିଲ୍ଲା କ୍ରୀଡ଼ା ସଂସ୍ଥା ତରଫରୁ ଅନୁରୋଧ ରହିଲା 4ଟା ସୁଦ୍ଧା ଖେଳ ଆରମ୍ଭ ହେବ ତେଣୁ ସମସ୍ତେ ବହୁତ ସଂଖ୍ୟାରେ ଯୋଗଦାନ କରି ଆମ ଝିଅମାନଙ୍କୁ ଉତ୍ସାହିତ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ଜିଲ୍ଲା କ୍ରୀଡ଼ା ସଂସ୍ଥା ତରଫରୁ
So into the final 90 seconds of regulation time, then we'll go into stoppage time too. Dhenkanal have another chance. That is a challenge, but won't be a penalty. Would have been harsh had it been given. Another run down the left hand side. So for Subarnapur, but unfortunate again. Down the right we go. Into the final minute, late drama. Might be the only way we get a winner here. Twisting, turning, shot, and it's still been put wide across the face of goal from the crosser, then the shooter. What do we need to do to get a goal today? Probably watch another game because this one isn't giving you a goal. And that's sad because it's been such a great attacking display, let alone, of course, the main thing, which is putting the ball in the back of the net. What a game. Another ball through. Keeper will claim. Just a few minutes of added time. Can Subarnapur finally capitalize? Looking for a 1-2. This could be offside. This surely offside. Anyway, the shot was wide, so wouldn't have counted. So that is full time. 91 and a half minutes of end-to-end stuff. Chances galore. The woodwork struck multiple times, but the back of the net, that just didn't budge. It ends 0-0 between Dhenkanal and Subarnapur. This ends their Sahani Cup. But we've got the playoff coming for you day after tomorrow. And what an eventful goalless draw. You'll hardly get a better one. But the spoils will be shared between these two sides.
जिला क्रीड़ा संस्था तरफ अनुरोध काली जो लेडीज मानकर अच्छी प्रदर्शनी फुटबॉल मैच जेडब्ल्यू फाउंडेशन वर्सेस चारिटा बेले दिन चारिटा बेले आरंभ होबो तेणु एपरि भाबरे बहुत संख्यार आपण माने
So that's all from me, Liam. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back soon for more action.
सुंदरगढ़ वर्सेस राउरकेला स्टील प्लांट दिन 3टा बेले अनुष्ठित होबो सेटा होय क्वार्टर फाइनल मैच।